Everybody, Coach Allison back, and I have week 44 Defy Aging to review. This week we're going to do an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. It's going to be an in your own space workout to do this, and it's going to be a 25-minute max. So we will simply set that timer for 25 minutes. You're kind of on your own. Coaches will be walking around to help you watch form, make corrections, encourage you, of course. But you're going at your own pace for this, so you will have all of your own equipment around your own space. There's 6 exercises, and all of the reps this week in the routine are 9, so kind of different. So just keep that number in your head, 9 reps for everything. And we simply see how many rounds you can complete in the 25 minutes. All right, let's review our 6 exercises. All right, team, the first exercise is a dumbbell racked squat. So last week we had the kettlebell rack. This week we're gonna have dumbbell rack. It's not quite as complicated as far as getting these weights up there. You have a dumbbell in each hand. The weights are kind of shoulder height. See how it's very close to my shoulder? You almost can barely see a sliver of space there, but it's not physically resting on the shoulders. That's key to engage the shoulder muscles properly. Palms obviously turned in. The squat is a normal squat, so nothing fancy there. Feet are hip width apart, and I'm going to sink my hips down and back. Now, what's really extra tricky about this, a lot of core engagement. You're going to feel a little maybe extra pressure in the back, trying to keep that back up tall because you do have these weights in the front of you. One thing though, watch my hand and my dumbbell position. If this was a tray and you had a glass here, that glass would not be tipping over because you want to keep those weights parallel to the floor at all time. What I mean by that is they're not falling forward like this, and therein lies a lot of the work that we want to be targeting here in the shoulder muscles, those delts. So that's one thing, the main thing to keep in mind with the dumbbell rack position. So we're not falling forward like that. If for any reason there is any shoulder discomfort, besides feeling the shoulders working, but any pain, pinching, sharp pain, anything like that, we're going to turn the alternative here is we're going to turn this into the suitcase squat that we did a couple weeks ago, which is putting those dumbbells down. So that's the alternative down at the side like this. Keeping that chest up, of course, so the chest isn't falling down to the floor like this, the chest is up. So that is the alternative option if that rack position is causing any shoulder pinching or pain. But that is exercise 1, and we're going to do 9 of those. Exercise 2 is jumping jacks. Yes, jumping jacks. I know they're in our warm-up, so we've been doing a lot of them for the last almost 2 months, but 9 of these. We all know jumping jacks. I want those nice full arm swings, so we're not doing T-Rex arms, as I call them. Of course, you can do the step jack as well. I do want you to take that full step as opposed to a tap. And really, that just gives your body more movement, so you're getting a little bit more out of the movement as far as what you get more out of it, what you put into it. Is that the saying? Anyway, so get that full step if you're doing the alternative option there. But yeah, 9 jumping jacks. Side plank clamshells are the next. Now this will be 9 each side, okay? So you're going to be on your side, obviously. We are going to bend the knees for this one and stack the knees. Now, I don't know if you noticed while I was just talking, I was kind of straightening out my body. Because first I was like this. I had my knees kind of pulled up, sort of in a half fetal position. We don't want to do that. We want to bring those knees back here. So now I'm kind of almost flush here. The front of my body is almost like in a flat, straight line. That's what we need to do. Elbow is stacked right under shoulder. Okay, we're going to lift. You can be on a mat like for this one if the knee or the shoulder needs a little cushioning. So this is a side plank, already challenging on the obliques and the shoulder. Okay, and then the clamshell is keeping the feet glued together, so I'm not lifting my foot off my other foot, and doing a clamshell, so lifting that top knee. There is a lot going on here. Okay, so you're going to do 9 on one side, roll over, 9 on the other side. So I definitely want everyone to try this. The first few rounds might look kind of funky because it's different and new. One alternative. Now, side planks, even though that one is kind of a hip, we want to target the oblique and the hips with the clamshell. It is a lot of shoulders because we're putting a lot of that weight on the shoulders. So if the shoulder is not agreeing with that, I want you to flip it to a fire hydrant. So you're going to be on hands and knees. Knees are stacked right under your hips, and we're going to lift the leg to the side. So you're still getting kind of basically that clamshell, right? That hip movement. from this side, from this angle, I mean, make sure you're keeping your body nice and level so we're not like compensating, like dipping the arm down to kind of lift the leg higher. So 9 one side, 9 the other side. Final option for that, because I know we have participants that aren't doing floor stuff, totally fine. We have something for everybody. You can hold on to something for balance. I do actually have something here. I'm not making it up. Hold on to something for balance if needed. If not, great if you want to work on the balance a little bit, but you can. And we'll do a leg abduction, bend that knee, and open up the leg to the side. 9 on one leg, and of course, 9 on the other leg. So, a lot of options there, but try that side plank with the clamshell, see how it goes, and then we have those other options if needed. Next exercise, it's been quite a few weeks. We are back to them. Push-ups, floor. All right, let's zip through these options. All right, we can do push-ups on the floor from the toes, push-ups on the floor from the knees. We can do, oh boy, I didn't aim my camera properly, did I? Push-ups from a bench, so on an incline, and we can do push-ups from a wall like this. So there's quite literally an option for everyone. Things to remember with push-ups. Let's take it back down here. I'll go back to the floor option. Go back to the knee option because I think that might be our most common option. You're not doing a nosedive, so I'm not doing this. All right. That always reminds me of like some sort of bird pecking into the ground for food. I don't know. That's just this little goofy visual that I think of. So we're not doing that. What you're doing with the push-up is sinking. So I'm going to watch my hips. I'm sinking my hips down so I'm a little more level. And I'm not just lowering my face to the floor, but I'm lowering my entire torso. So think of it like lowering your chest to the floor. Okay? Forget about your face. Forget about where your nose is. You're lowering your torso to the floor, your rib cage. Okay? So that's very, very important. If we do the nosedive that I call it the nosedive, if you do that nosedive, over time, you're not going to do anything probably too bad in like one workout. But over time, you're wearing on your anterior delt. It's too much shoulder pressure down on your shoulders. So we want the arms more in that back position like this, and we're lowering the torso to the floor. So I want everyone to work on that. If you cannot get that chest more down towards the floor, that's fine. Take your push-up to a different level. Literally. Take it up to an incline or take it to the wall, and I guarantee then you'll be able to get more of that proper form. So if you're struggling on the floor and you take it to a wall, guarantee you'll be able to then get that whole body and that whole torso lowering to the wall. So push-ups for 9. Have fun. All right, this is another one we haven't had for a while. Skaters. Yes, they go really quickly. So 9 each direction now, not 9 total. Couple ways we can do them, and really the different level options. The different level options for skaters isn't really anything exact. Like push-ups is exact different levels. Toes, knees, incline, wall. Skaters is kind of more just slightly regressing or changing the intensity, and that's going to look different for everybody, really. So, fix my pants. Let's start with like a full high intensity. I'll say it like the hardest level, and I'll show you different options from there. So a full skater, I'm getting low. See how far back my back leg is going, crossing behind me, and I'm actually touching the floor. Okay, I'm gonna hop between sides. My body's staying low. This is gonna be very challenging, but it's gonna be 1, 1, 2, 2. And that's how you count that. Okay, let's take it down a notch, right? I'm not gonna go quite as low. So I'm maybe not quite, I'm staying like a foot off the floor with my reach. and I'm not reaching that leg quite as far back behind me. Okay? That might be another level, taking it down a notch. Same thing, kind of regressing the level a little bit, staying up again a little bit higher. Now I'm reaching maybe to about my knee height. Again, not reaching that leg quite as far back. Notice that my body's not getting as low. Okay, so you see how you can mix and match. 1 second. Talking while doing those is different than just doing them. But anyway, but you can mix and match any variety of changing all those components. So maybe you can still get that like good hop between sides, but you're not reaching as low. Or you can still reach really low, but you're taking out that jump. You can mix and match whatever variety of changing those intensity levels, range of motion, speed, depth, reaching down. Play around with it. Hopefully you can get through a few rounds. You can try different things, but you have 9 each direction. And that's our skaters. Last in the list is bicep curls. Now, this we have a variety. So every time you come back to the bicep curls, change it up or don't, or do the same kind if you like one specific kind. So this is kind of up to you. I'm going to show you a few. Your coach might have a few varieties that I don't know of, so they might show you more. This is hammer curls, where your palms stay turned in. There's also just the variety with your palms forward. Pretty straightforward, right? Ah, pun. This is my favorite variety where the palms are in at the bottom and they rotate as you come up. Okay. There's something called a wide curl where the palms are forward, palms are forward, yeah, but then you just go a little bit out wide. These are pretty challenging. Those are kind of 4 standard varieties. You can do like alternating, but then you have to do 9 each side. That's fine. You can do alternating, whatever. Just no matter what you do, make sure your arms are coming all the way down with each rep. However, I don't want anyone to like stop kind of right here, because that's not a full rep. You want to get that stretch at the bottom. Make sure the weight you're using isn't so heavy where you're thrusting and swinging and leaning. We don't want any of that. So 9 curls, try to use a variety if you want. Again, if you like one certain kind, it's really up to you. But let's kind of target those biceps this week. All right, the team builder is a medicine ball lateral. Medicine ball lateral side slam relay. Okay. Now, I hope I can get the point across without having a team of people with me. You're going to be working with your whole session, all of your clients together, all the clients together. You're going to be in a line. So that clients, your fellow clients, your fellow team members will be to your side. Like the next person would be here and then here, facing forward, okay? And you know our side-to-side slam, right? This one? This move that we do a lot? We're kind of taking that concept. I want you to be very far away from the person next to you. So spread out a full, I shouldn't even be able to touch the person next to me on each side with my arms stretched fully out. So that's how much space you're going to need, okay? All right, see if I can get this point across. First person just gets to start with the ball, lucky them. They're going to do an overhead slam, leave it right there. I would be the next person. I get to pick it up, do one side-to-side overhead slam. Next person picks it up, does one overhead slam. I think I got that gist. So one person picks it up, overhead slams it, leaves it there for the next person. They pick it up, overhead. So you're doing that side-to-side slam just one at a time, of course. When it gets to one end, then, yeah, that person who ended with it, they get to pick it up, slam it again to that direction, keep going the other way. We're going to go down and back once. We're going for time. So your coach is going to time it, see how long it takes. We're going to go through this for 2 rounds. All right, so that's our team builder for the week. All right, everybody, I hope that team builder explanation made sense. Again, it's really hard to explain that one without a group to demonstrate it. So anyway, good luck. Anyway, that's week 44. Hope you enjoy it. back with another one next week. And then week 45 is going to be a new warm up and cool down starting for November and December, wrapping up another year. So, anyway, something to look forward to, a little change there. But I will be back in week 45.